let's do a proof. I know you guys can't get enough of these. We're going to prove that the derivative with respect to x of the cosine of x is equal to negative sine x. And I'm going to break this thing down for you step by step, outline it so you'll know exactly why I'm doing or what I'm doing before I even do it. We'll begin by saying we're going to let's first relate cosine x and sine x with an identity. Well, which one would you guess? Which identity relates these two together? The Pythagorean identity, remember from trigonometry? Sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. Next, we're going to rewrite this statement without squares. We'll just multiply these terms by themselves. So sine x times sine x, that's sine squared, plus cosine x times cosine x equals 1. We broke it down that way. Now we're going to differentiate both sides of this equation with respect to x. Whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, even derivatives, we have to do to the other side. So the derivative with respect to x of sine times sine plus cosine times cosine is equal to the derivative with respect to x of 1. Derivative of a constant. Derivative of a constant is just going to be 0. Now we're going to use the product rule in two places on the left side to evaluate the derivative. We've got the first, sine x, times the derivative of the second, sine x, plus the second, sine x, times the derivative of the first, sine x. Sounds weird because we have the same factor each time. Do it again. Plus cosine, the first, times the derivative of the second cosine, plus the second cosine times the derivative of the first cosine. And all of this is equal to the other side, the derivative of 1, which was 0. Next, we're going to just simplify, and we'll get 2 times sine x times the derivative of sine x. We were just able to factor that out. And plus 2 times cosine x times the derivative of cosine x. And the other side is equal to 0. Now we're ready to evaluate the derivative of sine. We already proved the derivative of sine, so we are able to use it. The derivative of sine with respect to x is simply equal to the cosine of x, so let's use it to continue simplifying this expression. We get 2 times sine x times the derivative of sine, which is cosine, plus 2 times cosine x times the derivative of cosine equals 0. We don't know what the derivative of cosine is yet, right? So our next step is to solve this equation for the derivative of cosine. In other words, isolate it. We're going to isolate derivative of cosine. Let's go back up here and put these little arrows indicating that each step we're just making a modification to an equation. But in this next step, we're going to move things to the other side of the equal sign, so I put a squiggly arrow. We're trying to isolate the derivative of cosine. So we have 2 cosine x times derivative of cosine equals negative 2 sine x cosine x. To isolate the derivative of cosine, we divide both sides by its coefficient, 2 cosine x. That gives us the derivative with respect to x of cosine x equals negative 2 sine x cosine x divided by 2 cosine x. And when we simplify that, canceling common factors, it's going to equal negative sine x. So guess what? We just proved what we were trying to show. Thus, we have shown the derivative with respect to x of the cosine of x is equal to the negative sine x. And we are finished.